And gentlemen, this is Mrs. Pullen for AP Statistics. In this video, I'm going to go over problem number 10 from the review sheet. A blind taste test will be conducted with 9 volunteers to determine whether people can taste the difference between bottled water and tap water. Each participant will taste the water from 2 different glasses and then identify which glass he or she thinks contains the tap water. Assuming that people cannot taste a difference between bottled and tap water, what is the probability that more than 7 participants will identify the tap water? So the first thing you need to do is decide what the random variable is. The random variable is the number of people out of 9 who can correctly identify the tap water. That's what you're looking for. So you have to decide what you have. So this is a discrete random variable versus continuous. A discrete random variable is categorical. It answers a yes or no question. A continuous random variable typically measures something. So like weight, height, scores, time, those are continuous, and we normally have a distribution like a normal distribution or a uniform distribution to model it. Whereas a categorical data, which answers are yes or no, we can represent if it meets certain conditions by a binomial distribution. So what are the conditions for a binomial distribution? We think bins. So the B stands for binary. Can the situation be discussed, can be placed into a yes-no response? So it can in this case because either people can identify the tap water or they can't. So it met that binary condition. We're making an assumption that each person is independent, like they're not from the same family. The N is you're dealing with out of a certain number of people. So in this case, it's out of 9 people. And there's the same chance. P represents the probability that an individual can identify whether or not it's tap water. And so this one was not as clear. Most of the time they give you a percentage, but here they didn't. So, because they said, assuming people can taste the difference, well, if that's the case, then there's a 50-50 chance they can identify it. And so that's the P. So next, we're going to set this up. It's a greater than case, so more than 7. And since it's not continuous, that means that we have to, like when we have our cutoffs, you're going to start at 8 because there's a gap between 7 and 8. But because we have multiple cases going on, we have that more than 7, it's going to be the binomial CDF. If I was only looking at 8 participants or 7 participants, one trial only, like a set number only, then you would use the PDF. So what are the parameters? N, K, P, and Q. So in this case, the sample size is 9. K it's more than 7, so it could be either 8 or 9 people. P is 0.5 and Q is 0.5. And so let's go into our calculator, or try to go into a calculator. We go to a calculator page, and you would do menu, statistics, distributions, and you would go to binomial. I missed it. Let's try this again. Menu, statistics, distributions. I know it's B, so I'm better off just doing that. And so that's 9. The probability of success is 0.5. This is 7. I'm sorry, not 7, 8 or 9, because it's more than 7. And when we do that, we get 0.0195. So if you look at the answer key, you'll see that I corrected it. So it should be 0.015, which is choice B. I hope this was helpful to you, and I will see you tomorrow.